Every Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody
Anthony
out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank and Christina Carter. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank and Christina Carter. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's when we can kick every Tuesday. Everything is going down. Every Thursday. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends.
The Roy Anthony Show. What it do? What it do? What it do? Man, I am so honored. It is to be Roy Anthony. I like being Roy Anthony. It is June the 28th, 2022. I have our co-stars, beautiful queens. We have a special guest, another beautiful queen. I feel honored because I got all the queens in the house for real. I am so honored. Want to thank everybody once again. I am Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. Sometimes, our lighting sometimes don't be correct because I'm visiting back and forth. I noticed at my apartment, and when I get back to Long Beach, I don't have that much lighting. At nighttime, I use my TV as a fluorescent light, and then I said, wow, I need some lamps. When I'm in Kansas City, I got all the lights and lamps and everything. And here, when I'm in Hollywood, I got to get some lights. But anyway, we like to keep it 100. I ain't going to even hold back up before I do any of the credits. I want to bring in my co-stars. Let's bring them in right now in no particular order. We got Miss Christina Carter and we got Miss Joi Towner. What's up with you ladies?
Hello, what it do? Hello. Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling?
Bless. Christina got me thirsty.
I know, right?
And I was looking at the one right behind her head. That sounded like the one I'd be getting that tropical punch. We don't even say the flavors. I'd be like, let me get the light blue one.
That iceberry is the banging one right there.
Yeah. Which one's iceberry? For those who don't know how to read.
That's the dark blue one.
The dark blue one. Oh, to the top left. Okay. Top right, over here. Yeah. How was y'all weekend?
Turn.
Was it?
Mine wasn't, but
good or bad?
It's always good if I'm in the
y'all faces got glows on it. That's why I like good company because the word says, the word says bad company corrupts good manners. Y'all don't look like y'all did anything corruptly. And Big Hank will be coming in. Let me do the credits. Now, everybody who's jumping in, this is the Roy Anthony Show. Doesn't mean anything. It's just that, I'm kind of like the first person to show up and the last person to leave. I'm Roy Anthony. This is the Roy Anthony Show. Our co-star, Big Hank, will be coming in, but we got our two queens of the show, Christina Carter, aka Miss Uniqueness, and then we got Miss Joi Towner, Juicy Joy, or SUNU. And they will find that we're not chauvinistic, we're not sexualist, we're not none of that. You're a human on this show. You're going to speak, how you feel like to be spoken. I was talking to somebody today. They was worried about coming on the show and being corrected. I'm like, no one on my show ever said to somebody else, you're wrong, or no, that's not right. We say, well, my opinion, Christina has her opinion, Miss Joy has her opinion, and our guests that be coming in, they have their opinions. As y'all know, we got a lot of whites, blacks who watches our show. I think we got a majority of more whites. We don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I'm not into that. I don't care if you Crip blood. Not, this is about humanity. Our show is based on having a conversation about humanity, and we let them know it's not a confrontation; it's a conversation. I also want to get through the credits on the Woe Entertainment, which we've been doing some big things. Am I lying, Christina?
Y'all doing it. Well, we
Like the
doing it. I'm
Migos
gonna say
said,
y'all.
walk it and I talk it. Walk it and I talk it. We got a number. I made a proposal.
Yeah.
Christina, stop me if I'm wrong.
You
We have
right.
been saying that the Woe Entertainment was created to bring awareness to the suicides of our veterans and our teenagers. It's statistically, need Big Hank in, 22 teenagers commit suicide a month. Over 40 some veterans commit suicide a month. And then countless of other people if you're not even in a particular group. The main thing that causes suicides is depression. So we came up with a number. We've been working on it. Am I right, Christina? We have a number
Yeah.
now
I was
that
the
people,
first test dummy.
what'd you say?
I was the first test dummy.
Yeah,
I tried it out, so
you try it out. Look,
okay.
I came in second because Richard King, who was the producer, he answered it first. It was a proposal I did. Not saying I'm taking the credit, but it was a proposal, and I talked to Christina. We can't look. So I proposed it to Woe Entertainment. I don't want to be sitting up here like, oh, we created this show and we got this and that, got that, and we not doing nothing but the show ends. So we said, what if we have a number that people can call for free? Ain't gonna be no secret bill, ain't no, call a number. Next thing you know, your cell phone bill is accumulated all type. You know what I'm saying? It's a free number where someone's gonna be able to talk to you and talk with you, not talk at you, talk with you. Whatever problems you're going through is confidential. We're not going to bag, even though we're comedians. Sometimes Roy Anthony be doing it 4 times a week, certain hours. I'm going to work 5 or 6 hours. You're going to actually talk to Roy Anthony. It's not about Roy Anthony. It's about you. Because sometimes if you hear somebody outside the box of what you listen to on a daily basis, it tends to start giving a little help to yourself. Sometimes people need to hear themselves talk out without somebody telling them, shut up, that's stupid, that's dumb, you ain't no making sense. You know how that go, So we got to give. So we got this number that people will be able to call. If you're feeling depressed, if you're at the edge, give us a call. Anytime in the middle of the night, whatever. So we've been asking for donations. It's not for us. The donations is, I think it's on the banners. Now, what we've been doing is you can give it, you can pay, we're asking for just a minimum of $1. It's not for the benefit of us. We have to pay for our people, I can't call them telemarketers, but the people who has to be there. This is a 24-hour job. We got over 300 million people in the U.S. Somebody needs somebody to call outside who they listening to. It may be a wife that's battered by her husband, and you know what I'm saying? And veterans, all types of stuff. So you can give $1 through the Cash App through Roy Anthony 562. It is. I would call out your name. We'll show how much if you want. That's under you. For donations, or you can Zelle it to Roy Anthony .wmg1@gmail.com. is being used correctly. Our producer, Carl Loomis, said, "What's up, Roy?" and co-host. Our producer said, "CEO, man, look here, man. I gotta bring up before I bring our guests in, I want to share something, man. Look, I have we got some nice people, and sometimes, you ever have fun? How do you have fun? What you call a nice, funful day, Miss Joy? What's a fun day for you?"
I'll probably go do some what's it called? The golf thing. The golf thing with the kids. So I go do that first. I go hang out with the kids first, basically is what I'm saying.
You talking about the miniature golf?
Yeah, miniature golf with the kids. Then we probably go have some lunch. But to end my night, my fun will be karaoke because that's how I just love to
Oh,
live.
you a karaoke?
I am a karaoke diva. I will turn the stage up, honey.
Turn up.
I be wanting to do karaoke and stuff. It's just that they never had a music, whatever. So I like instead of hogging the stage, I'm the one who sit in the back and I love watching people sing.
I would see. I will get you good and ready. I will have you turn and
See,
lit. I always turn up the energy. Ain't nobody ever seen no Stroke Survivor get on that stage and pull out the energy like, whoa. No.
For real, Christina.
see, I told you we sisters. We sisters. I'm telling
like
you.
That too?
And my
Karaoke
family,
what?
listen, Christina, in real life, my people is from Mississippi, so I'm gonna find out if we cousins. Cause
Yeah, we gotta dig in there. We got to dig deep. I'm telling you. Uh-oh. Three.
Look like Richie
threat.
said,
Triple
hey,
threat.
karaoke
session.
Laugh out loud, me too. Hell, he said, hell no. Yeah, we're gonna get you on that karaoke. You just gotta put in one of them outlaw songs that he like. Mama, so let
We may have to do karaoke on the show one day.
We for sure gotta have a karaoke show.
Don't let
we gotta
them
have a
pick
karaoke
guitars,
session.
drive them. We have to have that song for Richie to sing.
Okay.
Let them be doctors and lawyers.
Christina, we're gonna make that show happen.
Yes.
Hey, I just want to share this video though. This is my man Carl Loomis.
Okay.
He shared this with me on Messenger, and I was like, he was like, yeah, Roy, this is how we do it. And this is just one of the videos I want to share this video and stuff. Okay. I mean, I was like, check this out. This is them. They remodeled up the Jeeps and trucks and driving them through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all probably don't understand like me. I'm I like go out in the rain. See, that's some you don't have to worry about how fast you're going to all them bumps. You better know how to drive and stuff. I was watching this other video. They go out there and they go over terrains and everything out there in Oregon and stuff. And I wanted to share that because I was like, man, just get out on the weekend. Just look, the ladies like.
I'm lost, but I can't. Like, feel me? That's what I do.
It has no kind of thrill to it. It's just like where we going? Like
yes, but yes,
what's on the other side?
I notice y'all faces. Look at me. I would be like, hey, the video playing is doing good, but right, you just going over driving over stuff that I don't want to walk through there.
It's probably soothing. Is it?
Fun to drive
does it like soothe your mind or something? When they go on stuff like that, is it like something like to soothe your mind, get your mind off stuff, like in touch with nature?
Ride over stuff, nothing can't hold you back. You don't have to.
I need to get a building where I just go tear shit up. I just want to get, go in one of them things you just busting glass and TVs and stuff.
I do want to go to one of them things. What's it called?
He said that was his woman's Jeep. That was called.
They got one in Jackson, Mississippi. I know.
Man, that
just
seems
the thrill
fun
of breaking shit that you ain't got to replace.
Look, we're gonna go out there and have a drink and stuff, and you just drive over. That was his woman's truck.
Yeah, I saw.
I think I need to be sober if I'm doing that.
You gonna be sober?
I need to. I've been broke, hit some shit. No,
yeah, we're gonna let you just sit in the passenger side.
Just let me sit over here and watch.
Before we go any farther, I want to bring in our special guests in. This lady I'm bringing in, she is an author, she is a teacher, she's a co-author. I you know me, I kind of run
triple
across
threat, so much in common.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So much
you said that, and y'all too, this lady I'm bringing in, and I was already noticing y'all in the background. I said, oh wow. I was watching y'all comments in the back, and wait a minute, Redneck said, no, you don't want to be sober, more fun.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But wait a minute, I want to bring in this wonderful queen here. Let's bring her on in. How you doing there, Miss Hurst? Your mic is muted.
I'm fantabulous, and how are you guys doing today?
Hey, girl, hey, how are you, Sugarfoot?
Wait a minute, before we continue with you, Miss Hurst, I gotta bring in our other co-star. Big Hank's in the house. What's up with you, Big Hank?
Hey, what's up with you, Roy?
What's good?
What's happening, Christina?
What it do?
Joy,
What
what's
it
up?
do?
And we was just
Love
bringing
y'all,
in,
man.
we were just bringing in our guest for today, Miss Hertz, Miss Willette Hertz, right? Am I saying your first name correct?
It's Willette Hurst. Yeah.
Willette Hertz.
What's the mic?
Was that Big Hank? Is his phone stuck? Everybody else is moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Big Hank, he's stuck a little bit. Miss Hurst, now tell us about who you are, what you working, what are you working on, and where we're headed to the future with this.
My name is Willette Hurst. I'm a mother of two, a grandmother of 5. I was born in Santa Monica. I grew up in West Hollywood. I am a speaker. I've authored 3 books, and I'm a co-author of 2 books. But to say all that, I walk in the role of evangelist, and more important, I'm a servant. So what I do is I meet people where they're at and help birth where God is trying to take them. I love pouring into people. I love pouring into our youth. I'm a coach for young people. On the phone, we do a class with 6.5 to 11.5-year-olds every Saturday, pouring into them, letting them know as Christians they have birthrights, confidence, courage, hope, belief, faith, and trust in God as the source of their hope, that their power comes from the inside and not the outside, that their power comes from who God tells them who they are and not who man tells them who they are. I'm a person I'm a person that in 2012, the doctor said I was totally disabled. I lost everything. I was bankrupt, evicted. I even had the S in self-esteem. I was homeless in other people's homes for 6 years, from California to Georgia to North Carolina and back to Cali. So I'm a person that's been through a lot of stuff, and I can say that everything I went through, it happened for me. It didn't happen to me.
Yes, honey. I'm about to run up out of here. These folks gonna put me out.
I'm so with it. I love you.
I love her energy already. Yep, we all sisters. Yep.
Right.
So
I'm loving it. I'm like, man, look what I have created. No, I'm just teasing.
But I just love to. He said before I came on, he said just to be comfortable. I just be comfortable wherever God placed me.
Yeah.
Because wherever I want, I'm an atmosphere changer. I just want to love up on people and to meet them where they're at, and then just to tell them that what God has done for me in my life, and He's no respecter of person.
Okay.
And you just said it right there, to respect the person. See, we've always emphasized this. It used to just be me and Big Hank, and you can tell how Hank carries himself, how I carry myself. We're not, Big Hank is the leader, the deacon. I'm just a scoundrel and stuff, and I'm getting better though.
But never say you just anything.
Oh well, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just teasing. But what we said is that no matter how we look, we always know that God does not measure us by our outer look, what we wear, even how we think. I tell people, God measures you by your heart.
Mm-hmm.
See, I remember if someone was hungry, there was this lady one time, she said, "Oh, let me get you a sandwich because that's what God would want me to do." But God is
not in that attitude.
Exactly. What is
not in that attitude?
Exactly.
I don't want that sandwich.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna take it, but I don't think I'm gonna really pass on blessings to you or something. Sometimes when people think they helping you, sometimes I'm gonna tell you, you ever have somebody trying to call themselves helping you and never ask them for your help? Yeah. And now they hold it over your head like you owe them something, because
that's a pet peeve. Don't ever tell me what you did for me. Don't ever tell me what you did. For me. I don't, and people haven't, like we said with God, the problem with that is that, especially people in church, they get it twisted because they act like they holier than thou, and they can make judgments towards you. If God blesses you with something, it's not for you. It's for you to be a blessing to somebody else. It's not for you to sit up there and be the judge and the jury for somebody else, because we don't have a right to judge anybody. Had I got what I deserved, I wouldn't be here with you. That's right. Had I got what I deserved. The only reason why we're having this conversation because of grace and mercy.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And I believe that. I always say everything is divine and
That's true.
divine
That's
intervention.
Yes, yes.
And you don't get no grace and mercy on how good you are. We get it on the reason because of how good God is. That's the reason you get
But you
grace
know, a
and
lot
mercy.
of people say, "Oh, grace and mercy, Big Hank," and they really don't understand what the definition of grace means. Grace means, anybody who's listening, grace, when they hear people say grace, because some people just get repetitive and hear somebody else say it, but don't know the definition of what they're saying. Grace means you didn't deserve it.
Right, you're getting something that you don't deserve.
Exactly, unmerited favor.
Right.
If you work at a job for 40 hours, you deserve to get a paycheck.
Right.
When you get a paycheck and you ain't did no work, that's unmerited favor. You didn't earn it. Isn't that how it goes?
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. Yeah,
and
that's how
mercy
it goes.
means that is more than sympathy. It's like Christina said, she taught me something and she done do it in my heart. It will never always change me. Empathy. We sympathize all the time, but we never empathize
with people.
Yeah.
We're so quick to say, "Oh, my condolences."
Yeah.
It used to be a time when we would hear somebody that got killed or died. The humanity part of us would basically mourn for an hour or two just from hearing that news.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like a forementioned sentence.
Right.
One homie coming to me one day, I lied, and I was like 3 or 4 of us, and he said, "Oh man, little Junior got killed in an accident." He was like, "What?" "Yeah, heard the Lakers won last night."
Wow.
That's how quick it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it becomes normal. Me and Big Hank in 2019 did one of our shows about how many mass shootings it was. That was in 2019. And we were surprised that in 2019 it was like 270 mass shootings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now it's 2022. Guess what we're starting to do? It seems like it's a typical thing.
Yeah.
50 people were found dead in a truck trailer today, just trying to have a better life coming to this country.
Man. Cold game. Yes, sir. There was a young lady got shot on the freeway right over here by my house, man.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I live on Fashion and 33rd, and it happened on 14th and Fashion. So she got shot on the freeway. She got shot on the freeway, man, and drove off the freeway. Yeah.
And when I seen the lights, I'm gonna tell you something, Ms. Hertz. We all on here on this panel. This is why we brought together.
Yeah.
Because we all on this panel been through things.
Oh yeah.
And it's been nothing but the grace of God.
Yes, sir.
Big Hank, a survivor from them streets out there deeply. Miss Joy, survivors of having a stroke at the age of 30.
Stroke, molestation, and all kinds of stuff. So I'm here.
Yeah. Miss Christina's been through the same thing with family members, kids, her own kids, having his husbands, all that. Me, I fought with the police a lot. I have I used to be fight with the police that they've left me in ditches. I never really talk about. They've left me in a ditch with my car running. For real. They would stop me right when I'm leaving my house. We'd fight. I got shot on that same freeway in 2001, headed to a comedy show. At the time, Latinos and blacks was warring, and some Latinos shot in my car with a sawed-off shotgun. I took 6 in the back. My DJ took 4 in the face. I drove to the highway, when I seen all the police around that lady's car. But it's not about that. It's that I'm here, and anybody who's listening can understand that God is real.
Yes, he is.
We in We in
So what you just told me that everybody on this panel are walking miracles.
Come on, man. If you don't
so what you just told me that you guys are kingdom builders. What you just told me that you got a heart for people. What you just told me that you are a threat to the enemy. That's what you just told me.
What you saying,
and
girl?
We know that too. Oh man, we know it. Look here.
Oh, yeah.
We having church up in here. Do not play.
If I go to war with any demonic or flesh or whatever, you see that brother right there? Now y'all ladies, we gonna we're gonna make sure that the ladies are in a comfortable spot with the kids.
Yeah, it's them demonic forces that sit in high places. That's what we fight against, man. It ain't man, it ain't you, it ain't her. It's them things that get it. It's the spirit that get in you. It's that spirit that get in you.
Spiritual warfare.
Yes,
We got our white neighbors. They see it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. You gave your testimony, bro. I just want to let her know, man. I've been shot. I've been shot 5 times. You understand? In and out the penitentiary 5 times. You understand? I know I ain't supposed to be here, and he done brought me through a whole lot of it. I just lost my daughter to suicide in 2017. So it's 2019. Yeah, 2019. 2019. So yeah, it's a demonic world out here that we living in, and I'm gonna tell you this: if the devil ain't messing with you, you ain't doing nothing.
If the devil ain't messing with you, you need to check and see who team you on.
That poor.
He already got you.
That poor.
I can't with these chills going through my soul like this.
Like I ain't did this in a long time. Y'all hear me?
When I started
it's a lie. That's how you know you in the right place.
Right. When I say that God is good and you guys impact more people than the people sitting in the pews for 25 years because they can't bust a grape in a fruit fight because they too holier and they can't even evangelize outside of the parking lot.
Yeah, they can't go where we can go. They can't go to the spots we can go to. That's right.
The stuff that you've been through about being shot, the suicide with your daughter, and all the stuff that you suffered, the reason why you went through that because God knew He could trust you.
Come on, man. Come on. Yes, sir.
He knew He could trust you with that problem. He knew that you wasn't going to fumble the ball.
He the only one who can do it the way He do it. That's why
let me tell you something.
Hey, I feel it up in here.
Girl,
I'm white neighbors.
I feel it up in here.
God does not.
It's heavy.
God does not discriminate on race. You know, let me tell you something. I tell some of the blacks. The Lord took me on an adventure last year. Big Hank knows. I was, Christina knows. I'm a civil designer by trade. So the company had me going all through the South. I had never seen cotton fields in my life. I'm seeing miles of cotton fields through North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Tennessee, right? I'm bumping hip hop music. One time, it was that time. I'm bumping like West Coast. And all of a sudden, the Lord just revealed to me. I started seeing people bent over, sacrificing for me to be able to ride down in this nice.
Wow. That's
listening to hip hop, drinking a 22 ounce that I don't supposed to be drinking, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was all wrong up in there.
Yeah, but I'm showing the freedom.
That's true. He'll come right there. He'll come right in the dope house, whatever, the crack house. He'll get you wherever you at.
He'll meet you where you're at and take you where you need to be.
We just talked about this. I'm telling you, it's confirmation. We just talked about this.
Let me tell y'all something.
Icing on the cake.
The Spirit was telling me this for each one of y'all. Remember, the race is not to those who is fast, swift, and strong. It's to those who endures to the end.
Yes, sir.
I take this playing the basic instructions before leaving Earth like you see, I'm leaning in. Me and my homies used to be like this when we dealing with a plot, fully concentrated. Well, now since I've been on this basic instruction before leaving Earth, then I was endorsed by the pastor, Dr. Williams, Friday. Was sitting in the office. He said, "Roy, keep doing what you're doing." I'm looking at him like, hey, because our ministry is different.
Yes.
I tell somebody, you may hear the word motherfucker come out my mouth. You might hear that because I'm not the dude on there acting like I don't talk like that.
Right.
I'm gonna be the guy you see at the liquor store, but the Lord told me drink, but don't get of drunkenness. You don't see me. I've never had a DUI. I ain't never had my kids and threatening my kids and stuff. I make sure that they straighten everything. I'm a teetotal and talk with God. But let me tell you, I said it to the pastor. It was the master. He went and got someone at the 7 o'clock a.m. hour to work in this field. And they agreed.
They agreed upon the right to go on price. That's right.
At 9 o'clock, the master went and got another guy to work.
Yeah.
They agreed upon the price.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Now, let me tell you something. God's words never come back to him void.
Right.
They like rain. Just like the two thieves that was on the side of Christ. Now, people don't understand is even this one who said, if you sold this and that, get me off the cross.
Right.
Even though he died, Jesus went and witnessed to him again. He had another chance because he testified to those who had perished before him. So he can come back now. Why I said that is because this master gets one at the last hour.
Yeah.
That's why for me and Big Hank.
Yeah.
We worked the hour.
Right.
Well, guess what? God measures by the heart. The one who worked in the first. Now, I wouldn't have knocked him and be like, well, I was the first one working. I should get the first one paid because you might run out of money at the end. I could see you like that.
Right,
but
right.
You got concerned. You paying this man
the same thing.
The same amount that, and I've been here all day.
Yeah. Don't get mad at me, though. You mad at me.
Don't get mad at Big Hank and Christina and Joy.
Don't get mad at me.
Because they came in the last hour.
Right.
Because you've been in church all your life. You know, and Lord knows, and all that. You just as mad at the world. I can't wait to get to church so I can jump all over everybody, putting your perfume on everybody and stuff. I got my cologne on. I don't want to smell like this because you're throwing your wig everywhere. And next you know, come on.
You play all day. You know.
For real.
God, but he right though. But he right though.
It's right, but it's right.
Funny if he wasn't right.
Right. True.
It wouldn't be funny if he wasn't right.
You see somebody go to church, it becomes so repetitive. Okay, somebody in church, you new to church, so you ain't trying to let nobody know you there, but you ain't know, and you hear somebody testify. First, like to give honor to Jesus, the pastor, big soul,
who's the head of my life? It's a whole thing repetitive.
Hey, won't you want to say something, brother? Yeah, I just want to give honor to Jesus and Pastor Big Toe and first man.
Not Pastor Big Toe. Not Pastor Big Toe.
I'm gonna give. Wait a minute. I meant to do this. Hey y'all, I have to give what they call it when you have to retract. I'm doing a retraction right now.
Okay.
To the world. I'm glad y'all on. I have to do a retraction because I was saying, forget ties. Take care of yourself. God bless us all. I'm saying that. Now I didn't think it sound bad. I didn't think it would sound wicked. But God knows how to come
back and get you
confuse the wise and give knowledge to the
come back and be like,
yeah. So I'm sitting in there.
Bro,
be like, God damn.
Hey, you think that's just how I was.
Sorry, Jesus. Sorry, Jesus.
World about tithing. Am I right? Big Hank ain't said one thing. Let me tell you, the character Big Hank, he don't judge you. I don't judge. Yeah, I'm getting to a reason.
I can't.
He probably don't. He knows
what did I say? We don't have the right to judge nobody.
I can't.
So he don't judge, and I'm gonna tell you by his actions that he don't judge. Okay, so I'm constantly talking about tithes. This I ain't the tithe. And preachers just stealing the money, right? Our pastor do ask for. He don't ask for offering them. You want to give it to him, but I'm thinking, shoot, sometimes I ain't gonna pay no tithes. I got stuff to pay, right? And stuff like that. Okay, now, Friday, I'm at the pastor invites me into the pastor's office. Now, my knees kind of shook because I ain't never sat in the pastor's office. Look, they can call me to the front. I ain't never walking up on that pulpit. I stopped by the offering plate, move the table. I'm going to do my stuff here. I feel like I'll be like, like, you know, my legs get the jiggle on that pulpit, right? So he invited me into the office room, into the pastor's studies. And I can tell him and Big Hank, they used to this. Me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the throne room of holiness, right? I won't take my hat off for nobody in case because my hair ain't cut, but I took my hat off and said, forgive me of my hair because I have not got E cut. I'm in the prison.
Not the cut.
Okay, so I'm sitting in there, to make a long story short. And so I don't even know why I brought it up. I don't never bring up money issues, not with no
God was burnt. God was just putting it on him, just putting it on him.
I went to open to say something else, like, hey, Pastor, so how sermon's been going? But my words came out of my mouth, Lord, Pastor, I want to talk to you about tithes. I didn't want to say that.
Hey, you should have. I saw the way you looked at yourself. You said, damn, did I just say that?
I couldn't believe I said that to the pastor.
Damn, did I just
my first thing in my mind, you know, he's gonna talk about Malachi. So he looked at me, he's like, oh, you do? And I'm like, well, you know, I tried to clean up. Well, I didn't want to talk on it, but now I done brought it out. So I said, well, I just believe that, you know, I pay my tithes. It's either tithes or pay my bills, and I pay my bills. Thinking that's gonna be it. He hit me with a corner shot that I didn't expect. I was protecting my jaw and my chin, but he caught me in that liver spot, right?
Not the liver.
He said, Roy, just you pay your bills shows you responsible. Because we got people who don't pay tithes or their bills.
Right.
And I looked at him, then this is the one, y'all. I'm gonna let him have the floor after I say this. This was shook the tree. He said, you see how Hank pays the tithes every time he get a piece of money. I looked at Hank. He said, man, Hank could come in and put it in an envelope. The pastor got up imitating Hank, how he admired Hank. He puts it in, and I'm looking at him like, for real? And Hank would be like, yeah, because I was over at my apartment. Ain't no food here. Big Hank sent me a picture. He come on over. When the Lord said, I will fill you where your barns fill over. Not only there's a house, bought a new car, they stole it, the insurance covered that. But we went in the garage with the deep freezer. I'd be back there with the deep freezer to know there was a deep freezer. Most people have a deep freezer in the garage, don't work. Not this deep freezer. That deep freezer has so much food in there.
That's his overflow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Guess what? Let me tell you how blessed I was. I'm walking and my mindset. So I had a half a blunt, I'm being honest, and I'm smoking a half a blunt. Police was parked right there at the thing. They looked at me, I was hitting the blunt. The dude looked at me and pointed. I was like, hey, how you doing? And they smiled. I was like, man. But when I got off, what I was doing was, I'm changing. I want to retract. Pay your tithes if you got a good foundation, y'all. Because God is not a man who can lie. I'm looking at Big Hank, who's sitting up there just. I make nice money with that. How much? So you couldn't tell. Our minimum I make is $80,000 a year with the stolen bus pass. Big Hank, I said I gotta have some. Big Hank make almost 1/3 I got, and got house, cars, everything, freezer full of food. I got $80,000.
You know why? Because you in one system and Hank in another.
Yeah, I'm in that spirit realm, man. I'm over there in that spirit.
God said you're supposed to be in the world, but not other world.
Not
other world. You in another system.
Thank you, Led. Thank you for feeling me. You know, that's what the feeling I had too. I had the feeling like, I'm gonna change this up. I called my mother. I said I made a mistake.
Oh, you really?
When I told her about the tithe, because I told her, I'm like, you up here giving your money, right? Here's what you got.
Oh, Lord.
I was mad with it. I'm like Paul. I was messing up the church people till that light hit me. And I seen that food in his freezer and I didn't have nothing. I didn't need nothing else. I seen the light.
Hey, you retarded, man. Hey,
that light hit me like for real. Like that Taco Bell commercial. Doing. Lord, I'm giving it to you, Lord. I called Big Hank. I sent him a text. He said, you straight? I was stunned. I sat there at the house for 2 days. He said, you all right, bro? Man, I'm thinking about the tide, bro. I'm thinking.
Hey man, and it had nothing to do with me, man.
Hey,
That's
don't even call me Roy.
God convicted you, man. God
Don't even
convicted you.
Roy.
That's all that is.
Call
You
me
know
Toy.
what's crazy though? But you guys are the perfect example of the world, because most Christians will try to whip you over the head to try to tell you something. But Hank did it by living a life. He showed you the word.
Yeah.
He showed you the sermon. He didn't preach you the sermon.
Come on, man.
And
Yes, sir.
right on point, because I'm gonna tell you something. I was going to visit with him on some other different means. He said, "Well, I'm at the church," and I said, "No, I'll see you tomorrow then." All of a sudden, when I walked away from my phone, it seemed like the Lord hit me just like this. Go see Big Hank. I went back. I said, "Big Hank, I changed my mind. I'm gonna
come right there." Look, everything he's saying is true, and I didn't tell him to come. No, that was God just whipping him. You don't get your butt right. I'm telling you to get right now.
That's how he'll do it. But
how he do you.
But you're gonna change a lot more because of the walk that y'all walking.
But together. You know what it was? though? I needed that for real, Willette, because I'm on a I've been given an offer of changing from my salary of 80,000 to 300K. Mm-hmm. But the Lord said, "I've been letting you be foolish with your 80K."
That's why He ain't ever give you more.
Yeah, I had to see
managing the little one.
Exactly.
In order to bless you with the greater, He need to see how you gonna handle the little. But if you ain't gonna give Him none on the little, why should He increase the greater?
Girl, why you gotta hit me across my back? I feel bad, Willette. I already felt bad, y'all. But give me some of that Kool-Aid, Christina, because she like her finger in some Kool-Aid so I can cool my tongue with letter.
She like Peter. She just hits you straight over top of the head with it. She don't be playing around.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, at least let Christina dip her finger in the package of Kool-Aid behind her and cool my tongue, because I'm tormented in this flame.
And see, I'm like with Christina, when everybody was talking about they little flavors, Christina, I'm the type that put it all together and see what with.
And throw some lemonade up in there. Throw that lemonade up in there to make it give you that tart.
Now this is what our show's about. Mm-hmm. It's a conversation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to retract that, because I'm not talking it. I'm about to walk it. When I talk about my tithe, he said that Pastor said Hank gave every change he get.
Yeah. Whatever
that's the same way. That's the reason why Hank just lost his daughter to suicide, and he here, and he not laying in the bed somewhere. He not in a mental hospital. He's serving on here, pouring out and giving out to other people because how he serves.
Yes.
There's so many benefits the way God said we gonna get to the other side, but He don't say what you gonna do before
what you gonna go through. Yeah, what you gonna go through getting there.
Who gonna turn on you? What you gonna lose? He don't tell you that. He just said you're gonna go over to the other side. That's why it's good for us to really serve God, not the way when Christians go to the church and be like all that and act and the judgmental and stuff. The realness is having a peace that passes all understanding.
Come on, man.
To have peace.
That's right. That's real. And then you gotta lean on something. When I lost my daughter, the only thing I could lean on was that to be absent from the body is to be present.
Come on.
That's the only thing I could lean on, man. Because if I thought anything else, I would have lost it, man. But I know she wasn't here, and she's somewhere better with him. I know. I gotta lean on that.
That's what I'm saying. See, his life. Not him doing this, not lip service, not spitting out all these scriptures and you spitting out blanks because you don't have no fire behind it.
Right. Yeah.
But his life. His life is ministering to some other person that's going to lose something great to them. And they can look at Brother Hank and say, man, if he can do it, God ain't no respected person. If he can walk through that fire and I can hold on to God, I can walk through that fire too.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Willette.
And now, what you laid out, that's exactly what me and Big Hank has tried to lay out for people to recognize on their own without us beating it in their heads.
Right.
Yeah, we just talked about this. It's like we said before. I listen. I be listening because I be trying not to run about it because I'm at work, yeah. Because I be trying to be down here, but I don't care. It don't matter. But look, my thing is like we talked about earlier on in the show that people have to like the people. Some people in the church are the reasons why people are not in the church.
Absolutely.
And I said
Absolutely.
I would much rather go like the ministry that I have. I don't like titles. I don't like to be put on the forefront or none of that. If God got a calling on your life, you can't nobody take it from you. You don't have to be put. If this is what you're destined to do, it's going to show without any title, no matter what. Okay, so my thing is, and I was so happy when she was with the children. For some reason, I'm not gonna say I don't know. I just be ignoring the fact. But people look at your right now and try to judge you when we don't supposed to judge. He who
They
without
try to
sin
keep
cast the
you.
first
We
stone.
just
So
come on.
my
That'll preach.
thing is we are in a place now. It's out of the mouth of babes. Now the people in our that brought us to where we're at. We are in a new time, a new age. So now we have to bring about change. We have to meet people where they
Where
are.
they're at and take them where
I
they need to
would
go.
exactly like you go through so much stuff in life and you don't understand it. You don't understand what you're going through because it's not for you. It's like, why I had to go through this? Why I had to go do this? But as time passes, it get revealed. You had to go through this because you had to bring this person out of that.
Come
You see
on,
what I'm saying?
See?
So therefore, I'd rather go to the crackheads. I'd rather go to the drunks. I'd rather go to all those people who are not so stuck on themselves to think they got it all together that they can't listen.
And they don't.
You know,
Right.
they don't. So in this season, God is revealing people in their truth. The ones with all these pretty hats and these zoot suits and things like that, those are the ones that's gonna be at the gate watching the ones that they've been putting down go in. You see what I'm saying?
Wait. Christina, say it again for the people in the back row.
Yeah, for them ones over there. Them ones with them suits and them titles and Mother May eyes, those are the ones gonna be watching us walk in. I say us because I've been counted out, I've been picked on. People don't know my story, they don't understand my praise. So therefore they can't look at me and tell that I have been through nothing. Because God's people ain't set up like that. We don't crack like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a
That's who he's raising up now, the Joshua generation. In the Bible, who did God use the most? The dirtiest.
The ones that didn't have none.
The dirtiest person.
And
that's everybody that has been through some stuff. Is that who God is rising up now? God is rising up the first to be last and the last to be first. He rising up the warriors that don't care about how you feel about them. They're going to serve you the mail.
Before I say something, I want to say this, though, Christina, and that's powerful. I can feel
really
it. You know, I'm going to say this. Judgment, and I always get on the definition of words. Sometimes people use the word, they judge me. Well, not really. They just sizing you up, whatever. Judgment means that they have a sentencing procedure to put you in.
But they don't have a hell outlook. They don't have a hell or a heaven to put you in.
Exactly. Somebody else's outlook is just their opinion. Right. I love when Tupac said, only God can judge me.
But now, you know what? What they judging you off of is off of their limited knowledge.
Right.
They pick on you because of what they've been through, but they using you as a stepping stone. That's what that is.
See, when
they're afraid. Have you noticed a lot of people that have been in church for 25 years and be the one, oh, I've never did this. Oh, I never did that.
Yeah.
Or that, right?
Yeah.
You can't relate to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is a group right here. For some reason, I'm gonna tell y'all now. Before I got on this show, I was in a broken place. I didn't know where I was going, if I was coming or going. I didn't have a voice. So therefore, when I met people, I prayed. But see, sometimes when you ask God for things, you have to be what you're praying for. You got to make sure you're ready for what you're asking for. I was like,
you have the capacity.
I wasn't. I was like, Lord, remove whoever out of my life that's not for me. Who's, remove them and put some people in my life that are gonna take me where I need to go. Everybody that around you, they can't go where you're going. So therefore, He'll give you all the signs and everything. Like, you gotta let these folks go. But we so hard headed trying to find the good in everybody, and we be trying to hold on like it's something there. It's something there. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. So my whole point of being who I am is I walk in a way that I'm me around the clock. In church, out of church, in season, out of season. I'm
like
me.
Like
Can I ask you how old you are?
Go ahead.
I am 36.
Yeah,
with
but you see that generation
children.
that's come. See, what the call that's on my life is to reach up under for the younger people. I'm a spiritual midwife. So what I do is I meet you where you at, and I'm pushing. My call on my life is to push the people up under me, the younger generation, because this is you guys' time. This is your time in order to do what God has called you guys to do.
Hey, Christina, Go ahead. Well,
so most of the people are too busy trying to tell you you don't look like this, you don't like that. You got a fire that's in you because of your testimony. You're going to go back and snatch them young girls that's still there where you were at.
Right.
And they'll listen to you. They won't listen to me because I didn't experience what you experienced.
Yeah, she's mentioned that before.
That's not who I'm called to. And if you don't reach the audience that you're called to because of your testimony, their blood is on your hands.
What about you?
Listen,
Joy?
Hold on. I'm gonna just say one thing, Roy, and then you could go, Joy. You were speaking on how you can go into places where the dirty and the crack house and all that. Well, Jesus said when he was here, he said that I didn't come to heal the sick. I didn't come to heal the well. I came to heal the sick. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So where you are now, that's who you gonna help, and that's what we put here to do. And sometimes we be praying to get us out of situations. But he done brought us through those situations and put us in those situations, so when we come out of it, we can do better. And a lot of times that's what we got to go through, man. We just got to get to the other side. But God put us in those situations so we can know how to handle it when we get through it.
Yeah. That's right, and I know that now.
But let me tell you, and I'm gonna tell you from a lady 55 that I'm been through all this stuff, and I'm just figuring it out now. So when you go through everything that you go through, the molestation, the rejection, all the stuff that you go through, he's giving you tools, right? He's giving you tools in that situation. Every storm has tools in it. So you go through that storm, you go through that storm, you go through that storm. Each time you're getting tools to where he's taking you, then you're going to have a whole toolbox. But if you never went through the process, if you never went through that storm, you wouldn't be equipped for where he's taking you.
That's it.
That's right.
So now that you went through the rejection, I don't care about what you feel about me. My mama rejected me. You ain't nothing but a flea, right?
Yeah.
Now I can withstand all the warfare that comes at me because it's normal.
Right.
It have built up all your spiritual muscle. It have built up your confidence. It have built up your boldness. So now God can give you that mail, and you can deliver that mail to whoever he told you to. You're not going to care about their face. Yeah. And you're going to deliver the mail because that's what he told you to do. And you're going to deliver with boldness.
And I tell them too.
Deliver it in boldness. And it don't care if they say return the sender or not. But you did your job because that's who God has called you to do.
Right.
That's it.
Try Jesus. Don't try me.
And I be telling people, I tell people all the time, they be like, these people got anointings on their voice. You know what I'm saying? People go in there, they can sing like a songbird, but you can't save nobody in your singing. It's just a song. You can go quote scriptures. You can quote scriptures all day. Yep. But if you don't have meaning behind it,
you shooting blanks though. They have no
exactly.
Power.
But that's what it says.
Gonna speak everything for you. You can say what you want to say, but your actions are gonna speak it out.
You could tell
I
a
know
person by their fruit.
I don't know scriptures to save my life, but I know how I'm supposed to live. I know how I'm supposed to treat people. I know what God requires of me. You know what I'm saying? So speak all the words you want to speak, but if you're not moving according to those words, it ain't gonna matter.
But Jesus told us, he told the disciples, somebody don't like what you're saying, guess what? You don't have to argue with them. Knock the dust off your feet and keep it moving. He didn't tell you to stand there and ponder with them and all that. You wasting your time.
No, that ain't your job. That ain't your job. Your job is to plant the seed. That's your job, to plant seed.
I was just talking about as far as how basically this is ministry right here. And how being in the church, that's the people who get you away from church. That's part of the reason I left church, because everybody's so hypocritical, so judgmental, pointing a finger at every holier than thou. This right here puts so many chills and so much life into me.
And that's the part, you in the right place, honey. Well, this is
the road to heaven.
But that's how that's how it's supposed to feel. We're supposed to feel joy when we talk about God. It's supposed to shift our spirit. It's not supposed to be every time you go somewhere, you feel like, oh, let me make sure I got this dress, everything. This. Right. People look at me everywhere I go. Girl, I might show up. I just bought me some Converse. I might show up somewhere and I'll watch people and I listen, and they won't know who I am until I open my mouth. But
that's the thing,
but I'm gonna go wherever he tell us to go. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to love about everybody. We're supposed to love them.
Each one, reach one, teach.
Yeah.
And you know what, though? Let me tell you something. Sometimes people look at viewers stuff, right? Let me tell you something. Me and Big Hank wanted to go towards X-rated stuff. We probably had thousands and thousands of viewers.
Exactly. That's how you know you're doing something right.
And when it was one of you ladies, when you said we all on here, it's not by coincidence.
No,
it's sure by
not at all.
It was meant. And the Lord been showing me while I was listening to y'all talking, I'm thinking I'm doing really well because I've really been listening, and I'm sure what the Lord showing me. Where's two was gathered together, touching in the green. Now you got five. Green.
Yes.
Because if you're ashamed of God, he'll be ashamed of you. We're on the World Wide Web. I don't care if we reach one person in Istanbul.
Then we did our job.
We did our job.
You know what, though? Let me be for real and be real clear. Because when I first had my stroke, I was pissed off with God. Let me just be honest. I was mad. And I was one of those people that was saying, why me? I'm 30 years old. My kids, who were 3 and 5, had to watch their mama hit the floor, pee on herself, throw up, and go through all this stuff. And my life was horrible. And I was angry. But then one day I woke up in that hospital and I was like, well, why not me? Everything I've ever been through in life
that just gave me chills. That just sent chills through my whole body.
Like real life. It was like I've ever been through in life have prepared
one of the things, you know what, Joy?
Whether it was the molestations, whether it was being pimped out, whether it was my mama dying, no matter what it was, it all strengthened me. To be able
made you who you are. It made you that beautiful woman.
How much they love
it made you that beautiful woman that you see in the mirror. Yeah. If you took one piece, anything out that journey, you wouldn't be you.
Yeah, God is not one.
Ooh, girl, I got you.
Let me tell you some of the things we don't understand.
I'm still feeling it.
I've been mad at God. I was mad at God, and guess what I did? I threw scriptures back at him. Then I felt bad, but then I found out I'm supposed to hold him to his word. But I was mad because not because of certain situations, and I'm like, Lord, you said in John 14:40, whatever I ask you in your name, you will do it. But then he hit me back with Ephesians 3:20. He said, to whom can give you exceedingly abundantly more than you can ask or think from the power inside of you. But then I had to reflect to myself. So he takes me to the old 2 Kings. My people who are called by my name will seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Then will I hear their land, forgive them of their sins. Man, healing land and God healing. He said, I got cattle on 1,000 hills. So I start sinning. Now, was I learning the scriptures? Joy, sometimes stuff would just hit me. I was like, where did I know that from?
Right.
And then somebody said, man, you got the word of God. I can be like the book of Eli with Denzel Washington. And so I'm going to probably give him 2 good ones. But I'm going to tell you, I brought it up on the show. The Lord kept telling me, I don't never really read the word that much because I got words in me. But he had me go to 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. I read that.
Right.
And just what we was talking about. When you were saying, Christina, you got a whole bunch of godly people, but they don't use the power. Because the power of God is love.
Love.
Yeah. And the whole heaven was crying when Jesus was getting spit upon and all that. Now, people can try to act like, oh, Jesus wasn't real. Then why is the whole world based on his death, time on earth, and after death? Every time zone is based on before Christ, during Christ, after Christ. If it wasn't that important.
Brother Roy.
Yes, ma'am.
He got a call on your life, and you need to bow down and just go with it, because he gonna keep whipping you until you answer it.
I did. He called me last
He know
night.
it too. I think he know
it. He called me last night. I said, hold up, Lord. Now, it used to be that I did used to put him on hold. I don't put no more. No, God is here. I lie to you not. I used to put him on hold. I said, I get back with you, Lord. You ever know that God is telling you something and you just know that he's telling you, but you're too good of having a good sinful time. I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to church because it's gonna make me feel guilty.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go over there with Big Hank at the church service because I gotta take off my way for weight. Look, I come to the church walking through the neighborhoods. I'm like this, yeah. You know how many times I used to hear, "The fuck you from? Who that call and ask why?" You feel me? Now I'm like, I was walking through. I'm going to the church. Ain't nobody said one thing out of line to me. So now when you say he calling me, yes, I've been listening. And he's been making me better.
He chasing you. He chasing after you, and he whipping you.
Oh my gosh, you sound like my grandmother. Stop. Next conversation. Now you're getting too deep. You don't get to the whole that deep.
Hey, listen, y'all was talking about how you guys had got mad at God before. I got a mad at God story too. So listen, in 1986, I was one of the most as a matter of fact, I was USC's all-time leading receiver. I was one of the top receivers in the nation. In 1986, they had me projected to go first through the 3rd round. And so first through the 3rd round is millions and millions of dollars, right? So this is 1986, right? And so what happened was they started drug testing us, and then I got introduced to cocaine at USC. At USC, I got introduced to cocaine. And so I kind of messed up on some drug tests. Anyway, when I was getting ready to get drafted in the NFL in 1986, Lynn Bias OD'd on cocaine. Lynn Bias was a standout basketball player. Then a friend of mine, Don Rogers, who I had gotten high with before, he OD'd on cocaine in 1986, right? So now I'm supposed to get drafted in 1986 and get millions and millions of dollars. And I didn't know it, but God knew that if I would have got it, I would have ended up over there. So what he did was I never got a chance to go to the NFL. Matter of fact, NFL blackballed me from going to any team. I couldn't even get on a field. And so I tried to deviate from that and go to Canada. I went to Canada, but I was still injured and going through some other stuff. Anyway, God deterred me from going to the NFL and getting millions of dollars because in 1986, it was only 2 of them that OD'd. I would have been the 3rd one. They usually come in 3s. And he just took me through my valleys and everything, man. I ended up in the penitentiary going through some other stuff, but he stopped me from killing myself. He got another plan for me, a whole nother plan for me that I did not know about. And after going through all that, man, I still came through it. I'm here to talk to you right now because I sure wasn't supposed to be here. I promise you that. I done had guns held to my head. I was out there. I pimped hoes. I done did all kind of stuff. But I'm here to tell you right now that God took me through all of that, man. My daughter committing suicide, and just all that stuff, man. To be able to sit here and tell y'all that if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for Jesus and him dying on the cross for me, I already know, man. I already know.
Right there with
I'm so excited, but Hank, your walk, your talk, your everything. So many people respect you and look up to you.
Yeah.
That's why God trusted you with that. Your word carries a lot of weight.
Yeah. everybody on this
And
podcast.
you minister to a lot of young men. A lot of young men that need to hear your voice.
He's the head deacon.
To hear your testimony, to hear you to direct them to God. The thing of it is, like with our young people right now, is they're not going to church like us because they watch us be hypocrites.
Right.
Exactly right.
But they need the word of God. We need to give them the same thing that's in the word of God, the same thing that's in God's book, but we got to cook it differently.
Right.
Listen, differently, they'll regurgitate it.
Right. I tried to give I wasn't trying, but me and Ricky Harris, we started doing a testimony night at the church. You dig what I'm saying? And for a while it was picking up a little speed, and then Rick passed on me, and I just, Rick passed, my daughter passed. I was going through it right there. When Ricky Harris passed, and then my daughter passed a year later, I was, oh my God. Wait a minute, Lord, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? So I just I'm getting back on my feet now, though. I'm getting back strong again, man. I'm getting back strong again.
Yeah, and you got work to do, bro.
I got work to do. I got work to do.
You got major work.
But let me tell y'all. Let me tell you
out there.
The
devil is real out there.
Hey,
then how we went through stuff. All the stuff that we went through is for us to snatch them back out and say, "Look, I love you. I love you.
Hey, let me
I
say this.
hear you, and I got you."
Hey,
I promise you.
Wait a minute. I'm going through it with Big Hank. Big Hank at this time, he had lost his daughter. It went through the whole Long Beach, Compton,
everything. Everybody.
It just went through all of us.
It's
him and just now. Before I called him about joining up to be like we are. This is me and Big Hank's 5th season. This is our 4th season.
5th season. 5th year.
Me and Big Hank's 5th season. So I knew Big Hank from where one of my homies, Big Ski in Compton, and he was telling me of this new rap group that he's joining called the Grinders. And that's when he introduced me to Big Hank, Greenleaf, and some of the other brothers.
Yeah.
And so, me, I'm a hustler. I hustle around the Yukon. I could go to Alaska and sell Eskimo snow in the middle of winter. I'm good like that. So
all right.
Well, me and Big Hank was talking on some stuff, and I knew him from that point. So one day, when the people asked me about doing a podcast with a radio overview of it, the Lord kept hearing me call Big Hank. I'm like, I don't know if Big Hank is into this shit that I be doing and stuff, right? I'm not, especially knowing what he's been through.
Right. That's why he wanted you to call him.
Yeah, and look. Willette, I'm be honest with you.
Willette.
At 8 o'clock that morning. Huh?
Oh, I'm on fire.
Hey, look.
She over there prophesying.
She knowing it, right?
Prophesying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
The Lord was telling me, call Big Hank. I ain't called Big Hank. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know him like that. I don't know him like that to be giving him a call morning. Afternoon go by. This is how it sounded. Call Big Hank, call Big Hank, call Big Hank. I'm trying to drink some beer. I'm not calling that man like that, right? I'm fighting it. It got louder. I couldn't even hear the homie talk to me. I said, man, I got to call Big Hank. So I'm hoping, this is what I'm thinking. I feel like Joe. I call him. I'm thinking he'll be like, oh, nah, cuz I ain't into that. Okay. Right. I call Big Hank. Big Hank like, hell yeah, man, we supposed to be doing this. I'm like, for real? You like? He like, yeah. So then.
Willette. No, stop right there. Willette. The reason why, because I had just lost Ricky Harris, right? And God told me, I'm going to send you somebody else. Don't worry about it. That was Rick got you here. I got somebody else that's going to take you there. And then that nigga called. Ain't that something?
You know why? Because with life, in life, we going up in the elevator, right? We going up in the elevator. People are on the elevator with you, but when it's their floor, they have to get off.
Get off.
And then God puts new people get on the elevator, they go up where you're going.
Hey, it's funny you said that, Willette, because he shared a dream with me. We met up that day. He shared a dream with me, and it was mind tingling to me because it felt like I actually know the dream he's saying. I mean, for real. So
God be whipping you all over the place. Bro.
Yeah, so I'm like this. You ain't lying. So I'm like this.
He just be whipping you all over the place. All God got to do to tell me is like, Willette, get it right.
Right.
He be doing
Well,
you
you know
all
what
over.
it is, Willette? You know what's a trip is that people put on bigger things on me. I've been had this prophet, and Dr. Brown, she's like, Roy, I've been seeing you at the White House. I'm seeing you holding summits in the way you talk. I got a lot of companies have hired me just because I keep it just like that. My mother could be here, my employers and everything.
Because you have a soothing spirit. You have a soothing spirit where you can meet people and you're just calm. You're just calm and you're telling them information. They feel like they could relate to you.
But that had to be a change because when my grandmother died, my grandmother was known around the U.S. Now me, I tell my white neighbors and all that, I was militant. I was for real. I'm militant. I was militant, the black militant. A lot of my family members were Black Panther parties, and I know how the Crips and the Bloods started. I can tell. I know how the get downs went. I know what J. Edgar Hoover was doing, especially to some of my uncles who got out the Vietnam War and they burnt down the Compton Black Panther building when the only thing they was doing was helping kids and families, you know what I'm saying, have food and everything. I've been shared these stories. So I was militant. I was very aggressive with it too.
But he wants you to be aggressive with his stuff.
Exactly. Now wait a minute. The change came in.
And God is using you, bro.
In 2003, I fought it. I did. I fought it. In 2007, the breakthrough came. I was fighting it. I mean, for real. I wasn't feeling nobody, no other race but blacks. I wasn't caring about no Latinos, no Mexicans, all that. I got bullet holes in me. I got 2 bullets in me now. I've been through it. I've been all over the U.S. I'm like, hey, I was militant-minded. And 2007.
You got shot a total of 8 times or 6 times?
I got shot 2 different times. One, I got shot with a 22. It went through my shoulder and came out my wrist. I got shot the final time, the one where the LAPD came around my bed crying. They shot me point blank range with a sawed-off shotgun filled with 44 mag. If you ever see in person, you'll see 6 holes in my back. I didn't even think about myself. My partner got shot in the face, and he was his parents' only child. So I was trying to get us to the hospital. So I had grudge and hate. God, why you got me going through this? So now it's sinking in my head. This is you know what? Every man for himself. God bless us all. Fuck them. Feeding beans on Friday if they Catholic. That's where my mind was set. So I was going all into it, and I would go into, since I'm a designer, I would go into the Demon Slayer dens for real. I was taking myself into some journeys, right? 2007, I'm in a hotel in Corona because I make money as a civil designer, but I use my money differently than what the other engineers do. You feel
you in a hotel where? Where your hotel at?
I was in Corona.
Corona?
Yeah, and I make money differently than dope dealers did. I'm a designer, so I played the game of engineering and take that money and do my shit on the side. I was buying my pieces and taking my own to KC, stuff like that, right? I'm thinking, but I only dealt with weed. 2007, I'm in this hotel room, and I'm sitting on the toilet, and I hear Creflo Dollar preaching. I ain't trying to hear that, man, but I'm in the middle of Burma. I got to listen to him out. It done popped up. I'm not a Creflo Dollar fan, but he said something, hit me right in my head. It was nothing, straight to me. Mark 11, 5 through 21. And this is the one that got me. If you have aught with anybody, when you stand praying to forgive them, so God in heaven can forgive you. It hit me like a brick because I was holding grudges. Just like y'all, I was molested when I was 5. Lucky it was women. I was molested. I'm thinking it's going to be normal. It's a normal scenario until I start getting older. I'm left dug out. I've been banged on, banged at, a whole bunch of shit. Go down there with the white folks down there in Wichita, Kansas. I was putting it on. I'm fighting dudes in the woods, all types of stuff, right? 2007, he said, I had to listen to it again. When you stand praying, if you have alt. So I had to look up what alt was. I knew Commonwealth. That meant you got a problem with someone. But then the Lord said, look at this equation, Roy. This is where you have it. You're like Paul. You constantly kicking against the prick. You ain't hurting the bush. You hurting yourself. You know, yeah. He said, if you forgive them, God in heaven will forgive you.
God in heaven will forgive you.
God for anything, and he'll do it. So I got on my knees this particular night, for real, by myself. This first time I really talk about it. I got on my knees, and I started off as early as I can remember when I was 2 or 3 years old.
Our Father.
I started forgiving. By the time I got to when I was the first 2 or 3 people, God started bringing up other stuff on his own. And I found myself crying and forgiving forgiving situations in the streets, forgiving even the people who shot me, forgiving the people who molested me, forgiving for right. And I stayed down. Now,
and you was giving the devil hell with all that.
When I got up, I felt like I was floating up, like I felt like a helium balloon just up on the stick, like, wow, I ain't never felt like this. I didn't have no grudge. To this day, if I have an encounter with someone, I always give myself, because the word of God say anger, but sin not.
Mm-hmm.
You can get mad. That's a humanistic.
Yeah, you do nothing about
that's part of the. That's part of the.
Cuss the bush out. We gotta bring this back on Thursday. Everybody, gang.
Yeah. Yep. Most definitely.
Miss Willette, you coming back Thursday? Okay, now me and Big Hank started this game, and we're gonna do this. I said I want to pick this up. It's a game of them. Tell y'all a joke. We got 4 jokes. Now, me and Big Hank can laugh, but y'all 3 cannot laugh. If you laugh, you're out the game.
Well, let me laugh before you say anything, because I'm going to laugh just because I'm crazy.
Where they do that? Please tell me where they do that at.
Yeah, wait a minute. This out
on the Roy Anthony show.
You just told us to be different. So you got to make your face like whatever face you want to hold.
Yeah, hold that face.
You want to hold Willette?
Okay.
Is that your face? No, you can't use your hand. That hand could be a guide. You got to keep your hand. Yeah. No helping you to smile.
You
now,
see, I laugh just because I'm looking at you. I'm smiling. I'm happy.
Now wait a minute. I gotta keep your face open. Yeah. Think about.
Yeah, you funny looking.
Yeah, you ready?
Funny looking.
See, Big Hank starting already. See, he's trying to make y'all laugh. Now the game is not to laugh. Now we're gonna read 4 random kind of jokes.
Kind of jokes.
And it's jokes, but it's not, So everybody ready? Y'all ready? Me and Big Hank can laugh.
Let's go.
Okay. The first joke is, what do you call an apple filled with cement? What do you call an apple filled with cement?
Semen?
Hardcore. Okay, that one, everybody did good. Nobody changed up.
Yeah, they ain't changing nothing.
Number 2. What did one butt cheek say to the other butt cheek?
Okay.
What did one butt cheek say to the other butt cheek?
One butt cheek.
Together, we can stop this shit.
Yeah, we can stop this shit, man. Yeah, we can. Yeah, all we just got to do is got to pull together. Got to pull together. Just got to pull together and stop this shit.
They do. Yeah, we gotta. It reminds me of the one joke, Big Hank, that they said. You know why our butt cheeks go vertically instead of horizontal?
No.
Because when you go to wipe it, it'll be sound like this. Oh, that's good. Okay. What is a 72? What's a 72?
72.
It's a 69 with 3 people watching. Man, they are good. Last one. What What do Charmin toilet paper and the Star Trek Enterprise have in common? What do Charmin toilet paper and the Star Trek
Star
Enterprise
Trek
have in common?
Enterprise have in common.
They both circle around your anus looking for Klingons.
All right, man.
Oh yeah, y'all got past it.
Yeah,
Y'all
they did that.
Y'all ladies are serious.
We got kids, okay? We got kids. We know how to do this.
We
Wasn't
good at
anything
this.
hard.
We
None of y'all
new to
felt
this.
it
We
hard.
true to this.
Hey, what happened to the one about the piano, man? What was the one about the
We had
piano?
to hit him back with that. I just didn't know. I thought that
He did it
with
one
letter
time.
was
She
letter like,
said,
boy, you got to
he
come
said
way
she
deeper
was
than
saying
that.
hurting her
Yeah,
feelings.
you
I know
gotta
she
come
on
back
it
on
like a thug. Like ain't nobody doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, look here. Thursday.
Appreciate
Go
y'all.
back on.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
Christine.
I forgot to mention about the children. So since we know the children are the ones that's going to carry on the mission
Like
after
y'all was
we're
talking earlier.
gone. We have to. I brought it up about getting the kids to see where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what's on their mind. How do they feel about things?
Oh, doing a
So
show?
yeah,
we
we're
want
going
to
to
bring
bring
them
them
on the
on.
show. Y'all want to bring them on
Yeah,
the show this Thursday?
yeah. I can start off with my boy.
I
Get him
share
to
it with
come
my
on.
son and daughter too. One of my sons.
Yeah.
One of them.
If everybody could go, since it's the summertime, we want to keep them. Since a lot of them don't want to go to church and they out doing other things, if we could bring them on the show. It'll
Girl,
give
mine
people a
is
chance.
grown.
Well, I know yours is. I got
They
all
would have
babies
laughed at the
basically.
joke though. The little teenagers, they would have been crying, laughing at the joke and stuff. Not the
Yeah,
grown
to try
mothers.
to get in their heads and see, because now
Yeah.
everything is all about electronics. They ain't got the electronics. These kids nowadays, their whole life is over.
Yeah, they
Things
don't even
like
go
that.
outside. They don't even go outside no
Right.
more. They don't
I'm
play
59
outside.
now. They ain't got a choice. You going outside, you getting
Yeah.
hurt.
My grandson do too. He better take his ass outside or he gonna get
Yeah.
kicked outside.
And and you know what though? I'm gonna tell you. Now, the ladies, we're about to be getting out of here. We're wrapping it up. You mothers, y'all some awesome mothers.
Awesome mothers, man. Awesome.
I want to say this. Sometimes it's been surprising to some of the guys, like my son, he would bring his friends over, and I was like Jurassic Park to them. Like, man, you actually got a dad.
You want to do what?
And they would actually ask me, and my son be like, well, they was having, like, they ain't used to, they come in the house and I'm cooking. House is clean. Tell my son, and his friends was like, man, how does it feel like to be with a dad? And my son like, yeah, well, he's used to me.
Yeah.
Right? And so I find that a lot of young men now, the women, y'all do a good job, but then the young men get to a certain age. There even the word of God say the men to teach the young boys and the women to teach the young women. Sometimes you got women who's teaching the boys and not teaching the women.
Absolutely.
I've had some single mothers teaching their sons and wondering why the young man is having an uptick on beating on their girlfriends. Like, it's been an uptick because I was talking to some of these guys. His mama told him, baby, if they ain't treating you like mama told, then hey. And she's not teaching him how to mac to a lady. She's telling him how to treat me, your mama.
Right.
You got to be able to teach him. My mother trained me how to talk to her. She used to say, you don't go up to no woman and say, hey, baby. You introduce them like James Bond. Like,
right.
Said, hi. But some women don't teach their child that. Just like they've taught them, baby, mama going to do it for you. If I can't do it, nobody can't do
it. The devil.
They're going to be mean.
And so then that dumb guy uses that woman like, you just something on the side because mama is the only thing for me.
Right.
Every time I see on TV and some lady's son and stuff, I've never seen nobody who prayed and had their son up and going to church, at least somewhat, falling out saying, my baby was shot. You feel me? And on the news like that. Where was your son, man? Why was your son be out at 2 o'clock in the morning? Now you talking about my baby. Why? But anyway, that's a subject we'll bring back up Thursday. I would like to thank God for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I enjoy y'all women. Y'all be on fire around
Hey,
here.
Miss Willette, I want to ask you, do you have any social media stuff that people can look you up at? Facebook, is it under your name, Willette Hurst, or
It's under Willette Hurst.
That's your handle on what? Facebook, Instagram, which one?
On Facebook. On Facebook.
All right.
On Facebook is Willette Hurst, and on Instagram is Hurst Willette, I think.
All right.
Christina was looking. She knows. Everybody knows I'm single, and they've been saying the Lord's gonna bring you somebody, y'all. And so they always ask me to ask a particular question.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you. You've been so humble, letting everybody talk and stuff. Just be showing out. I gotta give you flowers.
I ain't messing with.
Look,
I just
you know what? Wait,
Miss
we
Loretta
asked
earlier.
what's the name of your book, Sugar? We didn't get the name of your books.
Oh yes.
My books. My book. I have the first one is How to Stay on the Journey Regardless of the Rage. My second book is Don't Kill Your Vision for Another Man's Baby.
Girl. I had to stop right and just look at the camera. Wait a minute.
I asked her earlier, though, behind stage, I asked her, did she wear heels? I know all the accomplishments that she had, but I did.
And then my third book is Do It Now, Tomorrow Is Not Promised. And then I'm a co-author of Do Now, Overdue, and then an intercessory book.
Where can we find these books? Are they on Amazon?
Where they at?
My 3 books are on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just put my name in there, and then it pops up the books.
Okay.
Wow, and she's for real. Now, Christina's been writing on. Now, this is a person. If y'all can switch numbers, go on her Facebook, go on the Messenger, leave your number. I like y'all chemistry. Y'all some
Christina,
strong
I'm gonna give you. I'll put my number in there. Just don't give it to Roy.
Okay.
I'm
flirting now because I asked.
We're gonna put my number in there, and you just call me.
That'll work.
My number anyway.
That'll work.
You don't call it. No, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. God's trying to tell you something, Willette.
God did try to tell you something.
Pretty soon we'll both be up there. I'm married now.
Yeah,
I said I'm married now.
Man, I met this nigga on the podcast. Man.
That's my number, y'all. So anybody that don't have it, I put it in the thing.
Oh, well, I have it. Okay, so anyway, y'all, God bless. We'll see each other Thursday. Miss Willette, are you coming back in?
I'm gonna try to see if I can make it on Thursday.
Okay, we'll send you the link. Joy, God bless you. Enjoy yourself.
Always. I'm up in here on Thursday.
Yeah, I got to get Big Ski to change up the title thing again. Mm-hmm. We might just have to say all the crews. I need your picture. I grab a picture off your site. Okay, Miss Joy.
Okay, Miss Joy, whatever you need, boo, just let me know.
Just gonna come on and with us, y'all. Big Hank, Christina, is that cool with y'all?
That's fine. I already took her when she first came, so it really didn't matter.
We also got a number, y'all. We're gonna be distributing this number that people can call. That's the press prevention of suicide. Okay. All right. And so, okay. So much love and respect for each and every one of y'all.
Nice meeting you, Willette.
Y'all, you gonna do the benediction?
Nice meeting.
Huh?
Right.
Closing prayer. I ain't lying.
Oh, you want to say a prayer, Christina?
And do
you want me to? You said you
anybody.
I'll close this in prayer.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes,
Father God, please forgive us for any sins that we committed against you, knowing and unknowing. Thank you for being the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Lord, I thank you for having me be here amongst your great,
thank you, Lord Jesus,
your great testimonies. I speak life and greatness over the journey that you have for them going forward. They are supposed to reach so many people out there in the world because your world is hurting, Lord. There is greatness in this room, and I'm just going to be excited about the testimonies that are going to come after this.
Thank you, Lord Jesus.
I pray, amen.
Amen. We had to seal this church service, honey. We had to seal it, honey.
I drop a prayer at the drop of a dime. I met my match too on that.
Me too.
Hey, man. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all Thursday. God bless y'all.
All right, guys.
We'll see y'all then.
Y'all. Y'all have a good day.
All right. God bless.
Too.
See y'all later.
Bye.
All right.
Is anybody out there?
It's the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony